My name is Andrea. I was born and raised in Minnesota, southern Minnesota to be exact. I have 4 children. I am the CEO and co founder of Wikid, THC beverages and edibles. I'm also the co founder and CEO of CBD Health and Wellness. Wikid is a THC beverage and edible company. We design products specifically for the non cannabis user to enjoy a non alcoholic drink or a non alcoholic treat in place of drugs as well. Like, I know that everyone considers cannabis a drug, but there is in low dose and in moderation, it can be a healthy alternative to drugs and alcohol. I don't recall as a child necessarily thinking that, oh, I needed to create something. But I do know, by the time I was 40, I needed to do something that I felt could contribute to society. I wanted to develop a product or a service. I didn't know what yet at that point, but I did know that I wanted to contribute something that I created that, you know, a thought in my head actually formed into a product that I could help somebody else with. Hey, I was one of those people that grew up thinking marijuana was bad, cannabis was bad. As a teenager, I tried it, just like other kids my age. It didn't work for me. I wasn't a big fan of it. Didn't pursue that any further. And I grew up in an era, or I guess a household where the stigma was definitely there. The idea that it was bad was, drilled into my head. And so I carried that stigma with me until I used CBD for pain. And that opened my eyes to a whole new world. When I first discovered the topical, it was a brand new world for me. And here in Minnesota, there wasn't much of it. It was just coming onto the scene, and there was very few places to buy it. I could buy it online, but I didn't know what I was getting. I felt the industry was lacking education. In addition to that lack of education, there wasn't enough places to go physically to a store, talk to somebody, and buy a product. I needed assistance, and I wasn't going to get it from a vape shop. I had to figure out, where do I turn for a formulator? After I decided that we needed a beverage that on the market needed a beverage that tasted good. I had to figure out who to help me. How do I create a drink? What do I put? Some juice in a glass, and I put a little of this and a little of that, and it's like, oh, this tastes great. I don't know how to put that into a drink. I mean, there's more to it than that. So, having been in the hemp industry here in Minnesota, there were, a handful of suppliers, vendors, people in this industry that I could reach out to for at least some guidance. Where do I turn for something like this? And that's how I found a formulator. to take my idea from concept to reality. I really envisioned it being a replacement for alcohol. I envisioned it being consumed in a restaurant at dinner or at home with dinner. Um, I myself was looking for a beverage that I could consume at dinner, complement dinner, feel good without the alcohol. Is it meant for someone specifically? Yes, kind of. Um, Me, people like me, my age group, non-cannabis users, people who are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, people who don't drink alcohol or don't want to drink alcohol anymore. It was really designed for that group of people, but the reality is it appeals to a wider audience. It really does appeal to everyone from 21 to 80, 90. We have seen it at our tastings, in our store. The 21-year-old or the 25-year-old is liking it just as much as the 80-year-old. I do. I believe that with the broader use, seeing it in restaurants, having it at Thanksgiving, at your own dinner party, I do see it normalizing this as an alcohol alternative, a healthier option. It doesn't cause people to lose their mind. They don't get angry and wreck stuff, and it's calming and relaxing. It's the opposite of alcohol. And yet you feel, quote unquote, a buzz. You do feel something. You don't have to get drunk to enjoy a beverage. And we don't have to continue to consume ingredients that are bad for us. Clean, refreshing, and elevated really represents that they're clean ingredients, that it is a refreshing beverage. It tastes good, it quenches your thirst, and it's elevated in two ways. One is you're going to feel good because there's THC in it. The other is that we really wanted to elevate hemp. We really wanted to elevate THC to reduce the stigma. It is and can be a nice, enjoyable product. So far, I haven't seen a drink on the market yet that has such a full flavor to it that it lies between the sparkling waters and the full sodas. So it does have sugar like a soda, but not as much sugar as a soda would. In a soda, you're going to consume 150 calories. Ours are 80. It's combining the sweetness of natural fruit with a little bit of sugar to give you a really great tasting beverage. Well, ironically enough, when we started developing our drink, there were no rules. Hemp, the 2018 Farm Bill allowed hemp to be cultivated, produced into products, and there were very few rules and regulations around it. So it was actually quite easy. However, once the market started, the industry developed, more rules came on. The state wanted to get involved and put rules, process, procedures, rules in place. And that's a good thing. It has become harder. It is very difficult to navigate the United States. Every state is different. While it is a federally legal product, we have legal states who are banning the sale or the import of it from another state. And then each state is either deciding to ban it altogether or allow it and put limits in place. And within each state, you can get cities and counties to also decide what they want to do with it. The rules are just being made up. It excites me to develop new products that can aid in someone improving their life, their quality of life. And hemp products are not just designed to get you high. There are many other reasons to use hemp with THC in it. It might be for pain, it might be for anxiety, or it might be for sleep. Here in Minnesota, they are on liquor store shelves. They're at bars and restaurants. You can even find them at some golf courses, event centers, music venues. You're going to see them in lots of different places. We have launched our product in Illinois and specifically in the Chicago area, and that is growing. Beverages and edibles really opened up the door in people's eyes to seeing how it can be incorporated in their life without serious side effects. It is helping people with anxiety. It's helping people with sleep. It's helping people with pain. They want this product. They like what it's doing for their life. It's helping them in many areas. When our product first came off the production line, we conducted a lot of tastings. And our first tasting, we had all 3 drinks lined up. We gave each person who came to the tasting table a sample of each flavor, and it was absolutely amazing and rewarding to see their reaction to tasting each one. And mind you, many of these people have tasted other THC drinks, so it was extra rewarding for me to watch them take a sip and their eyes light up and their expression changes, and it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's really good. And that is not something you get from the other THC drinks on the market. It was very rewarding to see the reaction from person after person after person. It was the moment I saw our beverage coming off the production line. It was amazing to see it go from concept to reality.